Hello, and welcome to this pilot episode of beer and cheese pairing. So, I decided to do this because I do join up on Beer Man's Beer and Cheese. It's a live stream that he does on his channel every Tuesday night, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's 6 p.m., I believe, his time out there in the Oregon. So what I decided to do was try not to waste the cheese, because after his show I've been trying to not eat all of the cheese in one sitting, and most of the time the cheese just ends up going to waste. So instead of doing that, I enjoy the show, I enjoy pairing, and I figured, hey, this is something I can probably do to not waste the cheese, continue doing a pairing, which I do enjoy with the cheese and beer, and just try different things. And also, if there's anybody out there that's interested in trying to pair up beer and cheese, hopefully this will also help with their search on pairings. The cheese that I have to start this whole thing off with is from BellaVitano, or I'm sorry, it's from Satori. It's a BellaVitano. This one is garlic and herb crusted. The remainder of the cheese there, I sliced up a few slices off of it already. The beer is from Equilibrium in collaboration with Other Half. This is called Lucid Dream Wave. It is a double IPA coming in at 8.2%. And I know that it's just brewed by Equilibrium in Middleton, New York. It is from November 21st, 2022, so about a month and a half old at this time. And let's go ahead, crack it open, give it a pour. Alright, the head on this is very tight. It is a creamy off-white head. The color of the beer itself is a milky kind of copper orange. Opaque, cannot see through it. Let's get some aromas here. Yeah, it definitely has kind of that EQ vibe right off the bat. It does have some melon notes, kind of over-ripened mango, a little bit of pineapple in there, some malty backbone as well, sweet malt. And let's go ahead and take a swig of this one, so cheers. Yeah, it's definitely going with a lot of that kind of over-ripened fruit, like mango, pineapple. Out of the malt base, it does have a sweet brightiness. There is like a slight touch of caramel, and a little bit of a grassiness as well. I'm not sure that's coming from the malt or the hops, but yeah, a little bit of a grassy hay note. And bitterness on this is it's moderate. Lingering bitterness of grass, maybe a touch of pininess. But a medium body. It's a semi-soft palate and a medium carbonation. Alright, now let's get to some of this cheese here. So the cheese itself has kind of a nutty, just a nutty kind of aroma to it. Of course, you get the herbs and the garlic. You're picking up on herbs and garlic. But it's a nice blend with the aromatics on the cheese, between the cheese and the herbs and garlic that it's encrusted in. So, bon appetit. So it's got a creaminess to the cheese, a nuttiness to the cheese, almost like an almond milk. And then on the outer layer of that, right in the center of the tongue, really start to pick up on the herbs and that garlic note. But it just blends so well with the nuttiness, the creamy flavors of this cheese. Now, this cheese was a bit more, we'll say, moist when it was fresh out of the pack. It did dry out a bit. I put it in a Ziploc baggie, but it still dried out a bit from what it was fresh out of the pack. But still, as you chew it, it does break down. It does give it that kind of creamy, melted sensation. All right, so let's go ahead and pair this now. Let's see how they go together. We're going to eat the cheese first, drink the beer. Definitely enhances the herbs and the garlic. That's enhanced a lot. The beer itself, I'm actually getting a touch of alcohol. All right. Let's drink the beer, try the cheese. I may have to go back and try it again to see if I can get more out of what's happening to the beer, other than the alcohol flavor being increased on the tail. Now it's drawing out like alcohol flavors from the beer. Like I said, let's go back. Let's try this with cheese. Yeah, it starts off. I get that melon type flavor note, and then really when it's hitting when it's getting the herb and the garlic mixed in, it just poof. I mean, I get a continuation of some pineapple, definitely cooked or over-ripened pineapple, and then yeah, it really enhances that garlic and herb. Yeah. So as far as let's go with kind of what I think about the beer. This one's okay. It's definitely not one that I would say you have to go out and get. But it's an all right double IPA. Doesn't seem like it's oxidized. So, I mean, sometimes kind of get some of those sweeter, kind of slight caramel notes and stuff, and kind of the fruits that seem oxidized or old or over ripened. But yeah, I don't think that this one's oxidized. But yeah, I'm going to leave the beer as it's all right. It's good. The cheese, on the other hand, very good. Very good with the cheese. I'd say it's in the excellent range of just the blending of it. The flavor notes are nice, and it just blends very well with what they did with this type of cheese. As far as the pairing, I'd say no. This one actually doesn't work all that well. It does work with IPAs. I did do this cheese with a different IPA, and it worked pretty well. So it's not that it doesn't work with IPAs. It's just that this IPA is not for this cheese. I'm not sure what hops are even used in this beer. So Anyways, just want to say cheers. Thank you all for watching.